freak, and I'm really excited to share with you my latest toy. This is the EVH Wolfgang USA signature guitar. And actually the full name is EVH Wolfgang USA Edward Van Halen signature guitar. I'm not joking. That's how they're marketing it. But I get it. They're trying to promote the fact that this is designed or based on the specs of Eddie's latest touring models. The last couple of years he's used these specs. So it's really the latest and the greatest. But you know, any point in time when you look at the models Eddie puts his name on, whether it's the earlier EVH Fenders or the PVs or the Music Mans, they're going to tell you at any point in time, you buy this guitar, you're going to get what Eddie uses on the stage. So you're really just getting a snapshot in time what he uses, because you know he's always tinkering and evolving with these equipment. Which is one of the great things about him, because if he didn't have that spirit from the beginning, we wouldn't have the guitar tones and the guitar styles that we have today. It's that innovation. So he's always pushing it further. So I'm going to go through some of the specs here. Let's start at the top with the headstock. Well, first of all, the headstock looks kind of small, doesn't it? And I first noticed that when I pulled the guitar out of the case. But anyway, that's irrelevant. What have we got going on up here beside the string retainer? We've got EVH branded tuning pegs, like kind of a plastic. Looks like perloy. Pretty cool looking. Got the locking nut, Floyd Rose licensed locking nut. But the coolest, I think, part of or attribute of the neck is that, or the headstock, is that it's connected to the neck. It's one big piece. It's not. There's no scarf joint. This is one piece of maple from the neck all the way up through the headstock. And so the neck, again, maple neck, hand rubbed finish, very smooth, very nice. The fretboard is ebony, actually. I know at first glance you might think it's rosewood, but they chose ebony, and I don't think I've ever had a guitar with ebony fingerboard before. But it's really, really nice wood. We've got 22 vintage style frets. These aren't jumbos, these are vintage style. Don't think I've never had a guitar with vintage style frets, I'm pretty sure. And you know, I know some people worry about making the transition between, say, jumbo frets, which you may be used to if you're into Van Halen style guitars, and vintage frets. Honestly, within a half an hour playing, I don't even notice the difference anymore. It feels very natural. And these are stainless steel frets, so very durable. You're never going to have to polish them. Very nice frets. What else is going on with the neck? Oh, compound radius, 12 to 16 inches. Very fast, very comfortable. Love this neck. It's got perloid block inlays. And can they even use mother of pearl anymore? I don't know. No one's really doing it. But whatever. You think at this price they would put that, they would still do that, but maybe there's a moratorium on it. I don't know. The bottom of the neck, you do have the truss rod wheel adjustment. Not the first guitar I've had with that, but I really appreciate that, having that ease of access right there. And then where the neck meets the body, there's a nice contour there. Access to the upper frets. Very comfortable. You don't even feel like you're hitting the body there, or that the heel's in the way. Very nice, very comfortable. It's basswood with a maple top, big leaf maple top. This is nice high gloss finish on the ivory. The other model is the black Stealth, which has a satin finish. And I had a hard time picking between the two. The difference primarily is, in addition to the finish, is the black has dot inlays instead of the block. But all in all, black looks really cool with the white binding too. But I ended up going with the ivory because I just thought it looked more classic. I don't know. But both really nice. And they don't have other colors. I kind of wish they did, like they do for the standard USAs, but I understand why they don't, because Eddie's only used these two different colors over the last couple of years, so they're trying to be, really authentic in that case. Let's see what else we got going on here. Pickup-wise, we have in the bridge, we've got this pickup is, I think it's pretty identical to the ones they've been using in the USA models with the Alnico 2 pickup magnets. Very nice. In fact, I found that with my Pod HD 500, I'm using less of the sag and bias controls, which make it a little smoother. I feel like I don't need it with this pickup. So that's very nice. And the neck is a newer design. They're using Alnico 3 magnets. They describe it as open and clear. I don't know what the hell that means, but to me it is a very clean sounding neck pickup. It's not woofy or muddy, which I hate when neck pickups are like that. It's very, very nice, clear sound. that was, you're not hearing the pod there, you're just hearing my little speakers going into the camera. But anyway, and then the pickup selector, it's actually opposite of what you would normally see with a pickup selector. So down is actually the neck pickup and up is the bridge. And speaking of pickup selectors, if you want to do that old stutter trick where you turn off the volume of one pickup and then go back and forth and it goes and stutters, you now have the kill switch, so you can it's very cool. It's kind of a novelty thing. I mean, I'm not sure how often I'm going to use it. To be honest, I'm not going to be doing buckethead shit with it. Maybe I'll use it for, you know, the typical Van Halen, like, you really got me. Oops, I couldn't find it. Kind of thing. I don't know. It's cool addition though. And then, of course, we have the Floyd Rose unit, EVH licensed Floyd Rose with the D tuner. So it takes your E down to D. And then, again, there's no recess there because you're only going to be pulling down with it, which is nice, so that way it keeps you in tune a little bit better when you're bending and doing all those things. And the volume knobs, interestingly, so the tone is high friction, so it takes a little more effort to move it, and the volume is low friction, so it really moves fast. So, you know, Eddie's doing his nightly cathedral, whatever, that wasn't it, but you know what I'm saying, with the fast movements. Apparently it's military grade, good for 1,000,000 turns, so it takes a lot of abuse. The one thing I have noticed is that I will knock it. I will knock the volume, and I'll notice it when I'm playing. All of a sudden that the tone will be a little bit softer because I've knocked the volume down, so I have to be careful because, again, very, very low friction there. The jack, it's actually, see, I'm using a little more, I have to pull out a little bit harder than normal. It's good, so if you're on stage, you're not going to knock it out as easily. And then the last thing I want to mention is the eye hooks. I'm a little mixed on that. I mean, that's what Eddie's been using, so from that standpoint, it's kind of cool. But the only only type of strap you can use with it is one that has like the dog leash hooks on it, or clasps on it. Although, and it comes with this EVH strap, which is kind of interesting. It's got a Velcro adjustment. Never seen that before. The strap, if you buy it separately, it does come with an alternate regular strap attachment for regular types of straps or locks. But this one comes with the eye hooks and the little dog clasps, which is interesting. The only thing I worry about is it hitting the guitar and over time what that's going to do. But you know, Eddie doesn't care. He'll just get another one over time if it gets worn out. And he likes the worn out look. So anyway, that's it. This is my my new toy again, the EVH Wolfgang USA. I'm sorry, it's the EVH Wolfgang USA Edward Van Halen signature guitar. And actually, one last thing I'll say is I got a good deal from Guitar Center on this. I called them up and I actually got 20% off the list price, not the MSRP. No one pays that. You have to be an idiot to pay MSRP, but off the list, I got 20% off. I just called them and said, hey, what can you do for me? And they're actually having a sale in January, and not only for select items, and this wasn't one of them, but they said, we'll apply the sale 20% off. So I got it for a really good price. In fact, I got it for the price that I saw it used on reverb.com. So I'm very happy with that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. You'll be seeing this guitar in some future videos. If you have any questions or comments, let me know, and I'll answer them as time allows. What the hell was that?